So we have a Alienware desktop laptop here. Wow, it's been a long day. That needs a screen replacement in it. I've already taken the other screen out, and we'll just go ahead and proceed here. Very nice laptop. All right, as you can see. Let's go ahead and get the new screen laid on here. Get this one out of the box first. I'll do that over here where I got more room. Okay. I'm going to bring this table up a bit so I'm not sitting down. Comes with a foam cover. Alright. This is the hardest part right here. You've got to be super delicate with this. Now you guys can't see. There we go. Alright. And then what I do is, I forget where I put the tape at. I'm going to take a single piece of invisible tape and I'll put it over that just to make sure that it stays, because I don't trust the stickiness of that to stay. And then we flip the whole thing up. Not just yet. We've got to put the, which they did not send. They said they were going to send them. At least I paid for them. I'm going to check that. Well, it's a good thing I keep extras. I keep a whole roll of it right here. Anywho, where do these stick at? I'm looking here to see where the screen rests at, so I know where to put the tape. I guess I could just put it here. Alright, where's my snips? I need scissors. This is not how I typically do this. Typically there's blue double-sided tape that just goes right on the screen. Plop it in. Done. This screen is proving to be not straightforward at all. tweezers. Where are my good ones at? There we go. Alright, make sure that's down. Let's start over here. Okay. One. Yes, this is just as much of a pain in the ass as it looks. Okay, come on now. As I get my hand stuck to the screen, because I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. And the screen just sits in like so. Make sure the wires are routed correctly. Alright, make sure that's plugged in. Good. Make sure that's not going to cover anything. She is. Now, what we do is put all the wires back. As we get some white gloves on. Why white gloves, you may ask? Oil from your hand, fingerprints all over the screen. Customers paying good money for a quality product. You give them a quality product. That's including no fingerprints. And then, lost my tweezers again. Here they are. We take the screen protector off, and this exposes the raw screen. You gotta be able to handle the screen without putting fingerprints on it. We take the bezel and very gently and very carefully put that back. I like to align the web camera first. Work your way across. Let it snap in where it wants to snap in. There she is. There's the top. After you've been doing this for a little bit, you can get a feel for it. And you can just work your way across. Unless it doesn't want to cooperate with you. It sounds like I'm breaking it, but I'm not. I'm just clipping everything in. There we are. Now, the screen is in. That plastic piece was just a retainer for one of the LEDs, not a critical part. Plastic gets old over time and it breaks. Okay, so the screen part is done. Now, we have to replace the battery. Get out of these. And when the customer gets it back, it will have this in there to protect the screen. Quality measure there. Clean up our mess here. And then tear into this overly taped box. Okay, so we have our lithium ion here. For this model is a 90 watt hour. The screws should already be loose here. Yes. Oh, yeah. Look at that puffy thing. That's why we replaced it. So what happens is the battery's off gas. They're sealed. So it's like a Ziploc bag. Nothing can get in and out. And it's on purpose. So when the battery's sometimes off gas, they expand. They're not inherently dangerous unless I were to take a knife and stab this. We would have a bonfire in our hands. And that's why they were originally not let on airplanes, because of luggage being bumped around. If it's punctured or perforated in any way, yes, this will go up very quickly, and they burn hot, very hot. But as long as you don't puncture them, there's no danger. None at all. Yes, I magnetize all my screwdrivers, and any tech that says that you shouldn't magnetize your screwdrivers, tell them to kick rocks and go back to school and stop being overbearing. Now, if this was a multi-million-dollar piece of equipment, maybe. But it's not. That's only a $3,000 laptop. Unplug it very carefully. Set this over here, out of the way. I have a recycling company that I call, and I keep them separated on the shelf, on a very specific shelf, so that they don't come in contact with each other, get punctured, you know. Brand new. See how flat this battery is? Let's put them side by side just so you can see. Good, bad. See how bloated that is? Nice and flat and true. No bueno. Even on the bottom side. Okay. Let's go ahead and bring this over here to me. If you flip it the right way, George, plug the battery in. Make sure that's seated. Run the wires in the right spots. And with these. And then put your screws back. You do have to clean these. We'll do that here in a minute. The entire laptop needs cleaned. Come on, hands, work with me. And okay, I'm running them down to they stop in just a little bit of a done. It's plastic. Doesn't need to be. It's not like it's load bearing. All the batteries come with these little small screwdrivers. I have a whole drawer of them. All right, let's clean this out here. So there's a couple ways we can do this. Where's my blowing matron at? Here it is. Okay. Worth its weight in gold. I have the brush end on the end of this, so I can brush the big stuff out first. And then we will take this outside and blow it out. That is some thick stuff. Okay, I want to pause the video while I take this outside. I gotta bring you back down so I can reach you. That little guy was not quite enough. Apparently that was kicked in there pretty hard, but it got a big boy. Yeah. Give me 1 second. There we go. Now we're talking. Much better. Okay. So the fans are clean. One of the things I check is to make sure that they spin freely and don't come to like an abrupt stop, like, you know. Oh yeah, they're fine. Fan check complete. Let's go ahead and put the bottom back on this. Let's look to see which way it wants to go. Okay. Same thing with the screen. Work your way around, let it clip where it wants to clip. I'll start a couple screw threads here. Not running them all the way down, I'm just starting the threads. And then we'll keep going. Okay, that seems pretty happy. So now we run them back off a little bit. Let's do from the center out. All the way down. All the way down. Down. All the way down. That one's already down. Okay. Now we wash it. We've got a lot of gunk here and everything. Take a fresh microfiber towel, some invisible glass. It's alcohol based, so it evaporates. Just give a little bit of a that's gonna need something stronger. Oh yeah. Alright, so we're gonna knock what we can off with this, and then we go get the next stuff. Isopropyl alcohol. The stronger the better. Put some on the here. I put my finger underneath of it, and I go over here and I just let it soak for a second. Come over here and grab a plastic scraper. Well, this is actually a separator tool, but then, oh my goodness, think I want to know what that is. That, sir, is some serious shit. Found your problem, ma'am. Dab this in some alcohol again. See how it comes right up? That's how it's supposed to happen. These are softer plastic than what these laptops are made out of, so it won't scratch them. Okay. There she is. Alcohol just had to soak in. Good enough. This laptop's had a hard life. So it's also really good for sticky stuff. See how fast it evaporates? That's what we want. And then we open the laptop. And I spray this on the rag, not on the keys. Always find your power button before you do this, because you don't want the laptop coming on mid-swipe. Then you've hit 40 keys and you have no idea what happened. And it's sitting there looking at you and you've got hieroglyphs on the screen. Okay, power button on the Alienware is up here, so we won't touch that. This laptop's pretty dirty. Let's see what we can do with it. That's a million times better already. I just coasted over that power button. And what I'm looking for is like pieces of food in between the keys and stuff like that. Like right there. There. Now, we have dust on our brand new screen. Let me drop this down a notch. Get around the bezel with a dry rag here. Clean that up so it's presentable for the customer. And that job is done. Call the customer and tell them it's ready.